The Northeast Indiana YWCA helps thousands of people every year, and a lot of those are victims of domestic violence. Tonight in her special report, Battered, Not Broken, Tara Brantley talks with an abused ex-con who's counseled local victims. Years ago, she launched a group that helped create a national law, and she did it while she was still behind bars.
My husband had beaten me really badly, and I was in intensive care, and I had a severe skull fracture.
After years of being battered by her husband, Brenda Clubine filed for divorce.
I'd pressed charges, and there was a warrant out for his arrest.
On the day they agreed to sign divorce papers, here's Brenda's account of what happened.
He said, "Give me your wedding rings." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because tomorrow without them, they won't be able to identify your body." So I hit him, I pulled the bottle back, and I hit him with it again, and he grabbed the back of his head and he said, "You B, I'm going to kill you. I told you you're dead." And I took off running. And ultimately, 16 hours later, he died. I hate that he died. I wish I could change that in a moment. Because actually what I wanted was I wanted him to be held accountable in a court of law and have to go to prison.
Instead, in 1983, Brenda went to prison for 26 years, and while there formed the first ever inmate-initiated prison domestic violence support group called Convicted Women Against Abuse. Her organization helped establish battered woman syndrome as a legal defense that describes what could cause an abuse victim to retaliate. Since her release in 2008, Brenda has worked with many groups, including the Northeast Indiana YWCA, to raise money and offer support to abuse victims, like those at the Wise Domestic Violence Shelter.
Attention ladies, there is a male in the building. Everyone needs to be dressed appropriately throughout the bedroom areas. Thank you.
We got access to the shelter by agreeing not to show any of the clients. Shelter manager Yolanda Davis.
They are fleeing, they need safety, they want to get as far away from their abuser as possible, so they come here.
Here inside the domestic violence shelter, women and children are given a place to stay and help in trying to restructure their lives. For their protection, the location of this building is not listed in directories or made public.
We make sure that they are set up with housing. If they need like food stamps, we have them get those, protective orders. We do all the safety issues, but we make sure that when they leave here, they have a safe place to go. If it's not their own apartment, maybe it'd be another shelter that's long-term.
Abuse is never the victim's fault, and with our shelter programs and our outreach programs, we really hope that victims get out of those situations. We have private donors, we also have grants.
It's the process of healing that is such an amazing journey for someone that's been a victim of abuse to get from point A to point C and be able to say, you know what, I'm a renewed spirit, I'm a renewed woman, and I deserve so much better in my life.
The shelter's 24-hour crisis line is 1-800-441-4073. And as part of its 35th anniversary, the Y is holding a fundraising luncheon in December. For more information on its programs and the year-end celebration, we have a link to the Y's website. Just click on this story on WANE.com.